Dear friends, it's a welcome to the last day of the week for production. Inti enije sem emaye isan say ye fi ha ye koji ahome kakra. Well, for you minim say enye enije sem bebre isan say nka obepese nke ebeto mu a edi akot Sunday. People have been asking also for den na weekends so monto as well. We need a break so that we can go and deal with other things, other pastoral duties. Well, it is a Friday morning and we are excited to come your way with another wonderful production. Indeed, the 18th day of the 10th month of the year 2024. Welcome on board to your most favorite, the most watched Christian morning show right here in Ghana. It is 𝗟𝗏𝗡. The television network still remains WTV. Let's go into the words of the scriptures and encourage us. As yenko radia semu na yenko share yehu enkran. Enkran share mreni. What is the word of God saying? Deuteronomy chapter 6 verses 4 to 5. The fifth book of Moses, Deuteronomy chapter 6 verses 4 to 5. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. Deuteronomy chapter 6 verses 4 to 5. Dear friends, this morning the Bible is calling us again to love. To love. And now this love is predicated on God. Into a say, Onye, Israel nie, Methodist nie, O Christo nie, Ghana nie, do erade wunyankopon. Eno no saa kwa, ne momu bedo ne dia, enye fo akoma nyina. Fo usunzum nyina, na fe fo ahoden nyina. Wow. Die di ka wakoma nyina. Emma wakoma no edwetwa nsisi te se enyinam bia sabi entimi enyina so. Afei for wadwini nyina usunsum nyina wahoɔden nyina fado erade wo nyankopɔn na abasobɔde ewom eni enhire ewom zo nyankopɔn so de ye no no kwaw obiara a wodo wo nyankopɔn no ensunso aso papa eba na brabo. Now this morning we are calling all and sundry that love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your strength and with all your soul. Love the things of God, love the things at church, and remember, love to God is equally love to humanity. May God bless His word. May He make His face to shine upon us. We pray for everybody this weekend that is having any celebration of a sort. It could be a funeral celebration or any festivity of any sort. Bible and emam onyankopon koso anka ho onyankopon koso animanim onyankopon koso amane no onyam no enhyen ewo mo so na onimu kan ewo Yesu Kristo ni dinimu ka say amen. Oh, ejidi for me say mon ka say amen. WTV ahwe for me say mo nyina mon ka say amen. Ti amen ni kire say enye ho never ma in my language enye ho enwa kata mi egla mabade ikata never nami mi ato maro wezo nami kan enwu for me akpana mawu ba mi gafon la mi afoji manjaba mawu ala mi agbo ala nya bonye. All right, urade kam ho a ene mi so urade e kam ho. All right, so we go straight into the affairs of the day and I bring you the highlights of this rather wonderful drizzling morning. Now, the first one, it has been a major shift in Ghana's parliament, which has left some MPs unhappy and others happy as well. Well, some are even angry. We are going to tell you what really has happened in the House of Parliament that has rather sharply divided the Parliament of Ghana. Some happy, others not happy at all. Now, to some others, it is an entrenched anger. We will give you the detail to this event. Now, meanwhile, UTAG is making some demands. We will hear from the University Teachers Association of Ghana. What are their demands and what will they want government? Indeed, the last agenda is this. Now, as Jesus profoundly cautioned in the end time, the love of many will grow cold. Such was the case at Ejisoo, where a 20-year-old has reportedly killed his own brother. What at all? What at all? A dear ben nebema akwala wedi mfie duenu pe. Watamu ninuya na wokunu. Wow. Yesu kan yo se we yemre no. Yei bebre na gidie ebe kofom bebre na gidie ebe eto baha. Well, whatever it is, let us all continue to rely on the word of God. Yesterday at Nazareth, in the funeral of the brother 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗘, I preached a sermon. And the title of the sermon was that I need you to survive. I need you to survive. Also, for Adzika, Mijina TV, say one show me, I say, you show be so. And afi, Mrs. Mama Mijina na menu ninkomo enye show bia enti eye symbiosis ye friend an asynchronous of our effort. I need you to survive and you need me to survive as well. Well, these are the many wonderful things we are bringing to you this morning. The edikan ye beko eye dero so ene dero no ye friend 𝗟𝗓𝗡 chuku 𝗟𝗓𝗡 papa nene ye beto no abasa nesre ye beto no abasa nesre na minim se ubisa me se na miss na wen me pacho mayi nedi say mayi nedi. Alright, say oye ne sa nyina wie di a na ene mom yemfa nsembo eni dedeyo emfenhia the birthday girl Miss Na. Oh, come see me you with you. Come see me you with you with the afraid you. I say the birthday when you overdose of the birthday. All right. You, yadamase ne mo chade, mo so be chade. Mo nyina yadamase. The birthday still coming. Me declare the birthday ne etemu akukusi next week. Enti monko so ana mama na timunya ne the well, she remains the queen of Christian morning show hosting in Ghana. The queen of Christian morning show hosting in Ghana. Me and mama na basobody. Pacho. Enunya mu. Yeah, me. All right, it's not the road na make no ho asemi. Ana you're welcome Miss 90 part 2. Ana ye de ba na fe ye din komo na ye be din komo. And then Friday be din komo kan hunu say it will be the time you can also call in and make your suggestions as well. Well, if there are advices, you do them. But if you are there na fe ye be call apomudeni insurance so na yakwa akwohwe we no munyina yewra ye be call agro na yakwohwe di ekoso ewa agro na ye discuss blasters team wa sebe omasa. But you see, it's not all gone bad. We will also go into the main segment of the day, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗍𝗘. Hey, me say 𝗟𝗓 ba na franca esiso. Nti na 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗍𝗘 franca esiso a Methodist franca. Today we'll be having an up-close discussion with the lay president of the Methodist Church Ghana, Owura Brother Ata Kwesi Entry will be in our studio today. We'll discuss the smooth transitioning of the previous leadership into the new leadership of the Methodist Church Ghana. Obeba na wababa be chiri mu de akoso eni baby asese ye kwako. Ye wie ni nyina de na munim se ye beko na yakwa akohwe eye celebrations ahodo. Ye wie pe na munim se ye ya na yapon. Now remember say celebration beba dia na WhatsApp on social media ana omode brain. Well, aboafo a omo eboan yen wo dwumadie isui. Omo yakukudam, omsika ana amaya beye krabehwa yeso so yetimi gina ha edi bibremu nti yama omache.
Enti bon ho by to insurance policy every annual insurance company ho nyanto bi amepacho just go onto their website and then you can get to know the different insurance policies nothing so wait to me at to be uto amepacho eya na wabomode asa obe tua premiums on time so that when it's time for you to also make claims no you won't have any problems at all.
All right, we want to still announce to you that the best of it all still remains the Methodist University. The Methodist University. The Methodist University. Me pacho oko wenchi na o jina eye kuro no mu na utie Methodist University akwala akra be so nsa na odewako oko temasoso dia ene sede etie ni na fe Dansoman campus ye multi-purpose campus ewo eye Dansoman Methodist University eji adisuafo unyanto form abomone na ekoko eto form na apply na ubenya baby papa esuawade.
All right, and so we say thank you to MIPL, Methodist Investments and Properties Limited. Into printed Lacoste, your t-shirts. I think so organization Namupe cloth day I Friday wesa. With me, Abe Odabi a free MIPL for you locate them in Adabraka inside the Grand House adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral. Me bacho
no pay the something ana eko na yede akwa didi. Enka na ewu St. Peter's ya osori anopa na oko akudware kakra na afi wako pantry akope koko eni eyekose ana brodo bi edi no sa mrena na nanope maka na mum ye nyina yenko KFK food yenko ngope koko eni brodo bi afi so yo ho abrofosem na ope oats eni enchechewa eni milo eni beverages na aka ne dia ubenya bi eho eye continental ne transcontinental food afi local food kura so de eni obo akra me pacho eba lunch a ubenya lunch papa ana edi ewo KFK nwumere so de na wakoje kakra na odi akwa nkwala pacho aduane a utimi edi etafre wano de eye aduane papa aduane no so a ewo KFK aduane mu ye papa KFK me say eye de.
All right, we say thank you to Barbarella Clothing. And I probably matari hama chef if Barbarella Clothing into OPB to Amipacho. Just located here on the Achimota Christian Village Road, opposite the Paradise Children's School. Unko honuma size bia OPBia, ubenyebi afin so kala bia OPBia, ubenyebi. The weekend is almost here. In the occasion bia what this weekend ubenya atari just for that occasion.
All right, sir. Akoba ni say Barbarella fuabre. Emba ntade na emema yenyanya ntade ni bi nhye de a ye betina ye ABC sa nemum se ope besia abo na watimi e de akoto sa ntade we de akọ multi credit for ho omudi akagina mu pa na multi credit omo ahita e wo Ghana afana nyina a omo ma besia mpacho enkoto eye luto enkase oko na wakwa akoto afesu sukura na enkoje sakawa esanse ubewu enta misro mempese ubewu ne mpese otenase na hwe onyankopon anu enya ebesia ena bebo samre yakọ multi credit ho na ekoko bo besia anopa isuso de se opensu a se de ewiem aye yurududududu na unyansuo kakra gum na se na bibia ye kama de aye Wesleyan dufo ana ebetimi abo anopa osofo afutu na tenum diwayo omugina mu din ensuoi omubone guna yesoso yenya bi wa ha yenom osofo the Synod Secretary of Tema Diocese Nidinde the very Reverend Ebenezer Popsin Eje ono ana ono susu gina mu a wo so Bishop elect papa afi ono ankasa ne nua pani the Right Reverend Samuel Ofori Achia Bishop number 1 a owo Tema omo na omaje agina mu a omo hwema ensuoi ene ni bibia koso kama afi anope se ope baby so na wako school na wenya basobode a okokuma se de ode no kwada so Christian Service University anope Professor Franino mo sorry ntem aba begina gate na no mo jeje nkwala ne bag esisi ho omo ba na wamo so etu omfo kama ewo ma ditchen Christian Service de ope program so a wunya wo baby a ho ana obetimi akọ afi the new kid on the block me pa cho ope baby adwojo ho na wada hate wada na ho said you onyankopon ma Adam da ya we ni fempa de edibo eve ni dia me pacho eye Freeman Methodist Guest House wonya wo bebia ohonte free ni ho enkure ni ho entotie ni ho nso hia enso onyu shower empa no susu mu ye dene enye ya anom mpa ba je twekre untumi kura na me pacho ahomacho so sorry obete Methodist nyom will your uncle hold na etosa kitchen for ye chiamu anova sister adwani sister for anom mo aduane ni flow na enipa nyina enya bini ye da wase aboafo a mo boaye ahwefo soso de mo na mo ye sponsors na mawanka mu niwa anka TV stations soso nkeni hu nti ye da mo nyina se mo mo send ye test from abrochire. Yesterday I got a text from a wonderful man who said, look, you people are putting a smile on our faces. Greet Miss Now, the birthday girl for me. And I'm say, me can't share. Yeah, the moon na see. We are see for name na mo share. Yeah, da mo sepa. It is a cholo abadia na maybe san say question na ye bisa ye hono. A question ben yes.
All right, and so our question of the day today it goes like this. We are asking, what are your expectations of the new Methodist leadership?
All right, you go so say the lay president Ebebabe Kanyo, and they bisa yenya mpanifo foforo a omudi eni se Methodist for the empire ye hwe from ho se wo betimi ayamaye na ye papa boafo no ye papa bossman ba bi omudi bedu ye no ye papa samoaje dunum ene ye papa mperege chinum so mo abesom no ehefa ana omudi ye kodien ana wunya ya obekacho de na da wakoma so mo nyama ene question ye bisa ye huni nti ye da ase ye twa ye ho aba ye ba de ro ne de ba be hwehwe so me ba cho ye ba sisia.
𝗟𝗑𝗙 Foods is an award-winning world-class restaurant with over 10 years experience in both local and continental dishes. We render services for parties, cafeteria services for schools and hospitals, individuals, corporates and institutions, as well as groups who want to treat their partners to delicious meals and services. We have all local and international dishes including banku with tilapia, fufu with light soup, fried rice with grilled or fried chicken, assorted fried rice, fish with chips, noodles and spaghetti, pizzas, pastries, shawarma, beef and chicken sauces. All kinds of breakfast baskets in Accra. Locate us at the Ambassadorial Enclave on the first floor of the Wesley Towers at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. In Tema, locate us at Community 25 Annex, where the event center is located at 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. For all orders, call us on 0244 637647 or WhatsApp us on 050 33171153. 𝗟𝗑𝗙 Foods, you deserve it.
Hooray! The Methodist University College Ghana has received a presidential charter to become Methodist University Ghana, the prestigious university that delivers quality education to empower you to become an all-round scholar in developing academic excellence. Is calling on suitably qualified persons for admission to postgraduate, undergraduate, diploma and certificate programs and courses in nursing, educational assessment and evaluation, guidance and counseling, psychology, economics, HRM and management studies, marketing and supply chain management, communication, IT, accounting, social work, ports and shipping management, PhD in education, and many more. Take advantage of our 30% discount on fees for all 𝗦𝚍 candidates and discounts for all Methodists on all programs at MUG. We have campuses in Dansoman, Tema, and 𝗦𝚍, which run day, evening, and weekend sessions. Mature entrance exams are also available. Admissions are ongoing and are done in January and August every year. For enquiries, call 0558 309059 or visit mug.edu.gh. MUG, the rich brand. METHUG, we have the zeal to educate.
Do you need quality and professional ministerial attire? Be it cassock, clerical shirts, stoles, preaching gowns, preaching bands, wedding gowns, and sanctuary vestments, then your best destination is the Methodist Investments and Properties Limited, MIPL. Individuals and churches can also contact MIPL for their African wear, both male and female, curtains, church or institutional anniversary clothing, Friday wears, mufflers, diaries, liturgy books, souvenirs, badges, Lacoste and t-shirts, among others. MIPL produces natural fruit juice such as ginger, pineapple, mango, millet, banana, as well as specially prepared ginger powder to boost your daily vitality. MIPL Property Management is also available to both individuals and corporate institutions in managing your property and providing investment solutions. Locate MIPL office at the Grant House inside Adabraka, Accra for your businesses at affordable prices, or call us on 0242 122 787. If you are looking for an office space which is spacious with a car park, 24-hour security, standby generator, then look no further. The Grant House building is up for rent and is located adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral, Accra. Call us on 0242 122 787. Before you sign Ababium, either say, and the last day of the working week, but was I Abekaya Home a dero, but it's probably brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House located in Kumasi. Weekend with Uko wedding, Uko party with Kumasi, and that's a while person for Jiwahumi. Opesa to Kwanko Jiwahumi and Pacho. The Freeman Methodist Guest House is there to accommodate you when you're doing papedi. I feel baby a bedan so I hope a come up pa inti. If you really want to have that good rest, Pacho Freeman Methodist Guest House is there to serve you better.
All right, so now to the House of Parliament. We go right now. The Right Honorable 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗍𝗏𝗘 has a message for us now to the Parliament.
So the Speaker of Parliament, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗍𝗏𝗘, has officially declared 4 parliamentary seats vacant with barely 2 months to the elections in December. This ruling means that Ghana's hung parliament, which gave the governing New Patriotic Party a slight upper hand as the majority side with the support of an independent member of parliament, 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗘, will now tilt towards the opposition NDC. The NDC will now have 136 MPs in the House, while the NPP will have 135. Before this, the NPP had 138, whereas the NDC had 137. The legislators affected by the ruling are the NDC's Peter 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏 of the Memphis Central constituency in the Western region, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏 of the Fomina in the Ashanti region, and Kojo Asante MP for Suhum in the Eastern region, the NPP's Cynthia Morrison of Agona West constituency. In delivering his ruling on Thursday, October 17, the Speaker, after a long reading, stated that if Article 97 Clause 1 Paragraph G of the 1992 Constitution was only to apply to a future Parliament, then there would have been no need for it to exist, since the MPs in question would have completed the term of the current Parliament.
Yona ye twaso nano na otwe nhyase ane de beto manimu se eye mrahye bedwom asem bi esi asem esi eye Owura Haruna Idrisu na odi kan ede ebetu dwa se Right Honorable yenuanom beye enan bi sese no mo person mo kontinkro na amanyoku a mo gina so ede ba eye parliament he nya no mo gina bie mu nti mesre so mo afiri sa amanyoku mo de ba ede a ene abomoden na fatu dwa se wo makonyo mo te so no adam pan kra na no ene ko ba se yedi hu abobo na ye beti se eye Owura right honorable ebeka ho asem enra ana afi wo mo call atenase no wotimi eka ho asem kra na eno ana o se wegina eye Ghana mamra so ene eye mra omode adwuma e wo parliament ana wo ka se de eye mrahye bedwam no nipa enan bi a yebo womudin na sasa nipa nan omo ene eye Peter Yao Quarcoo afeso so Andrew Amwako esiama ana afeso so kra no Kwadwo Asante ana de da echiri kra no Cynthia Morrison ti se de ukọ susu pro no so na ukọ enipa ewo dom dodo ene dom kuma fa se aye kese de dom dodo a ewo mrahye bedwam omo ne NDC for omo na ye 137 na afeso se dom kuma a ewo mrahye bedwam no 135 it is say table no andane ama say ukọ parliament of Ghana dia na edom dodo e ho say NDC form ye 137 and edom kuma for say abe MPP form ye 135.
Now, still in Parliament, the Majority Leader Alexander Afenyomarkin has announced an indefinite boycott of parliamentary proceedings following Speaker 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏's decision to declare 4 seats vacant. The ruling, which impacts MPs Cynthia Morrison, Agona West, Kwadwo Asante, Suhum, and Peter Quarcoo, Amenfit Central, stems from their decision to contest the upcoming 2024 elections as independent candidate, while Andrew Isiama, the former MP, has decided to contest on the ticket of the NPP. Bagwin's ruling, based on constitutional provisions, holds that by declaring their independent candidacies or cross-carpeting to other political parties, the MPs have effectively vacated their parliamentary positions. This development has shifted the balance of power in Parliament, with the NDC now holding 136 seats compared to the NPP's 135, making the NDC the majority caucus. A visibly dissatisfied Afenyomarkin led the NPP's MPs out in a walkout, expressing frustration over Bagwin's decision.
All right, now me say reportage numbers be a report differently. Well, in this report you say NDC for some 136 na MPP or 135. Well, we will really by the ending of the show will give you the right numbers do, but say am pass NDC back way free so na MPP miensa ehwen free so there and na figures now on dey to dwano. I think say be here mathematics no enshada emmo anokora, but we will give you the real mathematics when we discuss ni nyina nkemfu ano owura Afenyomarkin sa na oda dom dodo na no e de aba betudwa se de one na pamfo ni nuanom a eye MPP fo mo wo mrahye bedwam se no enya dia speaker efres omo maintenance bia enti boycott papa ana omode ba na omode ababa bepem eye mrahye bedwam any speaker nyina esane se the speaker aye no ono dwene se eye nhwehwanimu omobo enyo sokra. Let's go.
Meanwhile, more oil marketing companies have increased prices of petroleum products at the various service stations across the country. Allied Oil took the lead on October 16, selling a litre of petrol at 12 cedis 73 pesos, while diesel is going for 13 cedis 73 pesos. This represents a marginal increase compared to the prices quoted on October 1, 2024. Shell has also increased prices of its products, selling a litre of petrol at 14 cedis 72 pesos, representing about 7% jump from the first pricing window of October 2024. Diesel has, however, gone up by 4.4% and it's selling at 14.99 pesos per litre. Market leader GOIL on Thursday, October 17, has announced an increase in prices. GOIL increased the price of petrol by 7.89%, selling at 14.49, while diesel is going for 14 cedis 90 pesos, representing more than 4% increase compared to the earlier prices on October 9, 2024.
Ahwefo ni nyina nkamfua ne de ye kanyina ne se uko eye pomp baabi a ebu eye fango se kope fango egu ka mu motomu wo kada mu bom se ni nyina no akosoro eno ana ye ka se eye Allied Oil for ne hyase efi eye October busum a eye de dikan ana ehun se ben sakraye bia ba oko na oko pompo na no se oko akokobu abun se e bia ba betoso nti ye keken die se oko eye pompo ba bia yebu petrol ana se diesel filling stations obun se kakra aba betoto so nti wubu a na wahwe ye machine so no ahwe se kane no sika na de mom no liter no na yebu ama no se kakra aba betoto nti na yeja edi esi ha.
All right, and so meanwhile, the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has called on governments to commence immediate prosecution of individuals arrested for illegal mining activities commonly known as galamsey. This urgent appeal comes following the arrest of some galamseyers across the country. In a statement issued on Thursday, UTAG emphasized the need for swift and decisive action to deter others from engaging in illegal mining. While the efforts made by government so far are commendable, a lot more sustained and strategic interventions are needed to yield the desired results Ghanaians expect. The establishment of more designated courts to expedite the prosecution of illegal miners, as contained in government's roadmap, is yet to be seen. Similarly, the signing of a national pact by presidential candidates of political parties in support of the fight against illegal mining in Ghana as per government's roadmap is also yet to be realized.
Yo UTAG for ana ene nanke ni so mo ba be ka se eye etiate a omo ete no nka omo de ato hokra nanso yate bibi fufura no ne se omo de atodwa so omo be se aban ade ba akọ ede akoma so pa ne se wo se enkrofo a wache omo se galamsey umudi mutintima ehyekuntu na se edi dwa ewo esu ase no wo se odom be gina sem di bia no odi omo asem pa besi na ye ntehwe ti wo de yesro no se di omo asem udu omasemu a yebefa ye ho anhwene nti UTAG egusu gina ba bi omu gina omo hwa aban se omo a yache omo se omo ye galamsey no aban be du omasem na afi ya hwe ba bi asem ni nyina ebekwa akosi eno ene ye adesrede a UTAG ede ato aban anim samri.
In other stories, Black Stars head coach 𝗟𝗏𝗘 is confident Ghana can still secure a ticket to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers despite their recent defeat to Sudan. The Black Stars picked up just 1 point from 4 during the October international break as they face Sudan in a double-header, which leaves them on the brink of missing out on a place in Morocco. Ado's side drew goalless at home in the first meeting before losing to 𝗟𝗏𝗘's team in Libya on a 2-0 score. Ghana sits third on the table behind Angola and Sudan, leading into the final games of the qualifying series. It's not yet over, Ado told the Ghana Football Association media team. Mathematically, there is still a chance and we'll do everything which is in our hands to hold this chance alive. The results against Sudan means the Black Stars will have to win their next 2 games in the AFCON qualifying series in November.
All right. Achia so emuye esne bebu nyina eno ene de mpanifo edi ato yenim. Eye ora otoado a oyetene ema Ghana Black Stars wonu na di ato dwase Ghana fo monkomakoma ntum ye wo mu se ema na ye wo miensa pe a ye susupuno no ye da eye miensa ase onanso so mamumpa ba ye betimi akọ yenim enye ye ne ebo onwoma go Black Stars go ye betimi akọ yenim na ye kọ yenim a ye bedi nkunim na ni nyina akire se akansi na aka wo yenim no se Black Stars otimi ebo modern no wo hye na pamfo womo a ono ba besi akan no wo hye eye wo mu nyina nsan yetimi akolfo otuado se ye nyina ye koda ye na isanse achia so emu ye obebo modern pa na Wama Black Stars yetimi ako AFCON bi na ensemo a edifi eye Black Stars training ora 𝗟𝗏𝗘 ede bremhon.
On a rather sad note, Samuel Obeng, a 20-year-old man, has allegedly killed his 8-year-old brother Messiah Akumia. According to Obeng, he committed the act in the bush near Kwamo, a town in the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 municipality of the Ashanti region. Obeng informed his uncle 𝗟𝗏𝗘 after the murder. Obeng is said to have indicated that he was possessed by a spirit to lure his brother to follow him so he could kill him. He is alleged to have slit his brother's throat with a kitchen knife before finishing the horrific act with a dagger. He then dragged Akumia's body to a pond in the bush in an attempt to dispose of it. 𝗟𝗏𝗘, Obeng's uncle, after receiving the message, immediately rushed to the scene, only to find Messiah's lifeless body soaked in blood. Apia added that Obeng is a chronic weed smoker and the 2 brothers are said to be part of a family of 5 children.
yo abrantia kwada bone bi ana nasem yedi etwa to krana sa abrantia kanidi de Samuel Obin a ono nka wodi emfie aduonu pe ono ane yese ukọ kuro bi efra no kwamo a eben adwoso ono wi otimi chechire pa bono boa edi sina no pagya se edi som na yesin wisia efiri ne hwenim firi ne num firi na so mu ba kumo na odigina bedwam na wo shigu we ana yekeka sa wi afa nani so a abranti achi ni nua kwada kete a wedi emfie nwotwe a wode no akonwura mu a wakotwa ne mene na otwa ne mene a yechi na yebisa nzanua ma onsembe na wakwa akodi wose onu di osusu se abaifu obi humfi bi ene ba be hye ni yehwe mu a se enye humfi bi a wi honhomfo ana ba be hye abranti wakakodi sa nua ma hu nsemi well yede ne beko prosi akwa akodi na sem amanokra na onim sa sotro mienu miensa de ebedi ntintiman ewo na som yede yakọ ebema ebusuan na yasrese mabunu biara edi wi shisha tramo ayedwuma musiso we na no pawi anajo se ampesie no manhwe a muso mbeka se honhomfi ana aba muso na enye honhomfi munyai na Kristo dom wate momra sorry kwasie dei momra sorry meka mobone enchire erade na koi.
Well, for our final story, the Ghana Education Service has released the 2024-2025 academic calendar for basic schools and senior high schools across the country. The academic year begins on Wednesday, October 30, 2024 for all SHS, whereas the current first-year students in transitional calendar schools will end their 2023-2024 academic year on Monday, October 28, and be promoted to Form 2 to continue with the new academic year immediately. This was contained in a press release from the Ghana Education Service and signed by Mr. Prince Agyemang, Director of Schools and the Instructions Division, and copied to media houses. According to the statement, the incoming first-year students for the single track and the transitional schools will begin school on Wednesday, October 30, 2024. Also, all continuing students in single-track schools will reopen for the new academic year on Wednesday, October 30. This new reopening date aims to ensure that the school calendar starts in September next year and paves way for their final year students to write their 2025-2026 WASSCE in May, June 2026.
Ghana Education Service yenye modeni muye bui ne de na moya ofue na chese oba ekokochro BEC ya etwam ibidia na results so ma yakra placement ma yakra na yese ya kire eda ye school na da ye school no October 30th sa October 30th no yese secondary school ahodo nyina ye ba bibie na ye keka ora Prince Agyemang ono ananensa eshase ne ebisanse ora we de yesrebu Director of Schools and Instruction Division yesrew ensam ya odi abase yen kankire awufu nyina yi na yensa da yensa results ye hu ye placement isusu ye hu ye na ye ka 2 weeks time pe and 1 week time na ye do sa 30th no
aka 2 weeks
2 weeks no
yes say and 18
and 18
say roughly 2 weeks
roughly me for roughly
a week and some few days
me me hu no 1 week
a week and some few days
1 week pe na da entem na ye be ye den yetimi akọ St. Peters 1 week afi ye koto chobos ye koto sekan ye koto aso na afi ye koto ayon ti openyi pacho munye bibi ma na wofo yensa da yensa yem afi kra ne yakobo bisi multi credit ne dia akwa akoto provision
wa baby multi credit omo kwabata ba ko e wo zongoli na ya ichire ha ya
multi credit they are all over the place they are all over the place but enye die hiani na enye die hiani say date na mo dia band be ha adwo alright ye de besi ha ahwefo na ye de yani akire the ubom krata yensa kanti now to the papers this morning. What are the papers saying now?
We'll start off with the Daily Graphic newspaper, the Friday edition, and it says that drama in Parliament. Speaker declares 4 seats vacant. 2 NPP, 1 independent, and 1 NDC. The story begins on the front page, continues on page 3 of the paper. Now, Kodio launches tabulation system for election monitoring. The story is on page 11. Page 13 says that thrilling contest to climax tertiary business sense challenge on October 22. Now on Constituency Watch, NPP NDC set for Ayawaso West Wagon showdown. The story is on pages 16 and 17 of the Daily Graphic newspaper.
All right, so from a daily to another daily, and I have in my hands here the Daily Guide. The banner headline: Speaker kicks out 4 MPs and NPP boycott Parliament in the response to that so-called kick out. Well, NDC fights EC over Memphis Central parliamentary candidate. Anti-LGBTQ bill filed defense in 7 days. This is from the Supreme Court to Parliament. This is from the Daily Guide.
Now to the Daily Post newspaper. NDC becomes a new majority in Parliament, and so there's a picture of Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 and Honorable Aruna Idrisu there. Now, Lordina Mahama boosts Hohoi NDC parliamentary candidates campaign, and Speaker declares to whom Memphis Central, Aguna West, and Fomina seats vacant. And that story is on the headline is on top of the paper, on top of the Daily Post. Grab a copy for yourself.
All right, so now to the Chronicle. It has rather a pensive looking Honorable 𝗟𝗏𝗘 with the Speaker looking on in his African traditional regalia. Anger over removal of 4 MPs. Take your parliament. We won't be part of it until ... This is what 𝗟𝗏𝗘 tells Togbi Bagbane. Well, Prophet 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Amoako's fans, assault Chronicle reporter, and others. This is what is coming from the face of the Chronicle newspaper.
Okay, and so we'll take a look at the Daily Analyst. And the Daily Analyst for today says Bagbin finally declares 4 seats vacant. NPP now minority caucus in Parliament. And the Ghana Journalists Association condemns assault on journalists by sympathizers of 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Amoako. Now, VRA senior staff oppose merger with 𝗏𝗏𝗘 and unites to fight Galamsey. Chief tells small-scale miners. And we are boycotting Parliament until this matter is settled at the Supreme Court. This is coming from 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏. I know my level. Mahama roasts Bawumia over, calls for debate. And these are the stories on the front page of the Daily Analyst. All
right, to the Metro Lens right now. Removal of 4 MPs. Supreme Court holds sway over parliamentary routes. Page 9 will be the place you can find the story. Well, Katie Hammond is on that page right now. My heart day for the streets. Bawumia assures Shatawale. All right, this is from the Metro Lens.
So we take a look at the Publisher newspaper, and it says that Kaswa baby mama demands psychiatric test on Ifutu NDC candidate. Well, reality check. Bagbin should be a wake-up call for the sleeping NPP leadership and the Akufo-Addo's overconfident executive. And shop attendant fingered for giving car keys to 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Amoako's kid, and Joanne fights EC over disqualification. These are the stories inside the new Publisher newspaper.
All right, so now to the Daily Dispatch. Bawumia will get a one-touch victory. There will be no run of Napo, says so. I understand the hardship because I have experienced it before. This is what Bawumia is saying. Show your appreciation for free SHS policy by voting massively for MPP Chief of Staff, and I also walk say.
The Informer newspaper, democracy still only option, and these stories on page 3 of the paper. Now, ICC improves relationship with Africa, and this is coming from prosecutor. Bawumia sets to unveil local streaming platform, and DDEP Bruhaha will reward your sacrifices. Napo assures bondholders. Stop running away from Bawumia. Akufo-Addo tells Mahama. These are the stories inside the Informer newspaper.
Now to the custodian newspaper. Bagbin states uproar. Baby mama sick psychiatric test on aspiring MP. Again, he adds the photographs of 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗲 and a session of the music industry posing their questions to the vice president and now aspiring presidential candidate on the ticket of the MPP. So indeed, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗲 and co hail 𝗛𝗏𝗏's music industry plan.
To our final newspaper, the Ghanaian publisher says that independent MP's case, Afenyo Marken blasts Bagbin. And this story is on page 3. Now, Ifutu NDC parliamentary candidate in marital scam, baby mama drags him to court for a psychiatric test. Governments to launch music streaming app in November, Bawumia announces. These are the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher.
All right, so for further details and further particulars, you can go buy these newspapers and read them. Well, we have only given you excerpts on the front page. Well, to the word of the day, now we go.
All right, and so we always make sure that we give you a word and we give you the meaning and then how to form a sentence with it. And so we'll go straight to W. Lerner. All right, and so our word of the day today is fugacious, and it just means that it's a short period. And so whatever that you're doing, if you're a young person, know that you will definitely grow one day. And so it takes stages, but definitely you move from one stage to the other. And so it's just a short period of time from transitioning from a child to an adult and then to a young person. And so this is our word of the day, fugacious. Wherever you are, please do well to form a sentence with it, and then let's keep ourselves going.
All right, so on that note of the word of the day, we are saying, well, it will be a pause. Na afi yetimi ako na yaba.
So once I corner, yes. I want to say thank you to Right Reverend Isaac Justice Arhin York. Yes, he sent me a message and I got an alert as well.
I thought I was the one receiving.
I don't even know how he got my number, but so there's a message. It says that
Bishop, me na me announcement no.
This is kind of me ho. Right Reverend Isaac.
He's a bishop.
Okay, so Bishop Isaac Justice Arhin York or say, if you recollect, we came face to face in a lift at Wesley Towers in July GPC. Over there, in a casual joke, I said, Honorable Na Afarley. Then we exchanged pleasantries. Papa, thank you so much. I got your alerts. God bless you.
Yeah, me pacho. Monko swana alert nimra bad me pacho. Alert me number and you use when na except me na me call your account. The number still remains 0246884670. I repeat 0246884670. You go so celebrity birthday, miss na. Well, I have awarded him. She is the most beautiful face on your screen on any Christian morning show. Na no so swat come on. Or she met this phone, and this was our only way of congratulating him for the birthday. Now we're the same. And then you encounter with TV, so. You encounter with TV, so.
I think I'm 18.
All right, dear friends, it is a pause for now. We will be back. Na afi ya share ya pomodeni insurance.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghllghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghllghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
Time to celebrate the commencement of another high office. It's the induction service of the Bishop of Accra Diocese, the Right Reverend Dr. Samuel Nimai Olenu, slated for Saturday, 19th October 2024 at the Wesley Cathedral, Accra at exactly 8 a.m. In the same vein, the induction service of the Bishop of Winneba Diocese, the Right Reverend John Prince Saki, is also slated for Sunday, 20th October 2024 at the Ebenezer Cathedral, Winneba at 8 a.m. All induction services will be broadcast live on WTV and all our social media platforms at the Methodist Church Ghana. This advert is powered by the Communication and Publications Directorate.
Don't call me, oh, don't call me. Ghana for Methodist Asafoma. WTV NMFNMO 5 years. Hooray! Now NMFNMO Fidida. WTV ADNT. Or yet don't call me promo. And it says, so we are Ghana ni. Now our business. And I do my be our person upon Mudeura. WTV say, yeah, Baby Cat, we do my kuno. And as we got on the end, we are Bomudeura now. What you mean? 2 weeks at the amount. 1,000 Ghana cities pay. I'll bet you. We are your WTV Air Faso at the other was. Say what time the chief am I doing pempenswa and never do some promo here didn't also make a crack and die Yanunti, one you make up with some who de Muntu Tumrika, Namumrai, Fred WTV, Nani Penfoning Como, Emfa don't come promo 0593 110733 and now WhatsApp 0256 253461. WTV, reaching out to the world.
Welcome back. This is where our news analysts will definitely sit in our midst. We'll discuss the stories, we'll give you the highlights of it. Now, first of all, also the advice account. If you are also with me, the Wajin chair account, and net a boko. Ofra me patchmema wakuma enkwosro kwa kani boko senia yesu wa ha senia obeka no pachaya na wakanisa edi amai ye ka say your news analyst abet na se needing edi papa Nicholas Taylor or your teacher or your trade unionist afen so or yeah, development and official planning practitioner. And see, baby, I'll be sharing it. Friend Papa Taylor or Bejiso. Papa, good morning.
Good morning,
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Taylor, Yamakava. Say, now say you has said your back on the Now, yes, one name, my and now, a nipa me, you say,
but that's about Yechia, a certain for the current presiding bishop, Papa Professor Asamoah HLA president, na Yechia, the new admin bishop, and we wish them very well for the 6 years I don't win him. Now, Mechia, the new bishop of the University Diocese, Papa Saki, also, and me adma the Kusiada, and I didn't say Begunus. Now, Mechia, Mammy Refua, in the university, if you go say Refua, they know what one. And my small girls as well. Right. I wish them very well, and then all viewers of Wesley TV.
All right. Amen. All right. So we want to officially announce that on Sunday, I'm sure so person will call there by 7 now you are seated. This and say the entire cathedral in Winneba will be full latest by 8:30 na Jumadina shall say it is the induction ceremony of the Winneba bishop. Me pacho ubia eso kubia no bomodin na eko ti Winneba for the nebayen enkrande de ene the Almighty Accra Diocese. It is also on Saturday 8:30 at the same venue where the induction of the presiding bishop took place. The induction of the Bishop of Accra, Wesley Palladium. Jeme abafi neke jamone. Iwo mofia moni saneba. Enele wolenche wo minoni wolenche wo bishop ni ajile keha wo akefo ba wetin koni noni sanefie ibafie. Iwo nwene wo kemfonye hia ke mofia mo aba mofia moni saneba mofia mo aba koni wo kesomo ke pa fam fen afata Bishop Olenu Akwaba. Right, it Bishop Olenu so
yes. Saturday.
Yes.
I think that will be at the Wesley Cathedral.
At the Wesley Cathedral.
Yes, I think that we Methodists we have to go and
Gidi.
One point about
Share any gidi Saturday. Enya senketu akwati ye bibia na ya na afi ye de ni akire Winneba so Bishop Yebo enti siesie yechi. I know you are watching siesie yechi. All right. Openyi ye beto aso anope de Bishop Bishop Bagwin.
interesting.
Bishop Alban Bagwin. Right Honorable Alban Bagwin, for him it's precedent, but to others it is a vilification, and to others it is a tyrannic act. Ebisusua patch say a nije sempai and say NDC now becomes majority with MPP becoming minority. History being rewritten. Ejatelete saying.
Yo, Papa Medasepa, I believe that after the 2020 elections, as far as our architecture in Parliament is concerned, so many things have gone on. The first one was a first time in Ghana where maybe a Speaker of Parliament and the majority and that's only president in the party. And you see now we share elections now, of course now. No one say those of us who are political watchers, you will say, I mean things are bound to happen. And see in that particular Senate both MPP and NDC, there's a common who say Senya de na kwaye no, enya de obi ade no maybe edi agro. Ena ye didn't say sometimes abedwe was so motokra na then MPP our majority kra no eye no nya the needed numbers Jesus say obi oyere kra ye kofa ne ba and they saying the numbers Jesus obi oyere kra ye kofa ne ba. So that also gave the indication that they should have started working towards more of compromises, more of understanding, more of working together. But it looked as if at a point everybody looked entrenched. I am the majority, I'm the minority.
Okay.
And say ya share ni abeda ho enre ya 2020 again in October, I think around the same time. And Honorable Siama, in fact, when we call primary no Lucy, he was very confident that the people liked him and they were going to vote for him. And in fact, I listened to some of his audios and I just said the man knew he was going to win. I read my lips, I will win and get to parliament. And so he was very confident. And letter. You see, NPP didn't realize, said it was going to go that extent. Everybody said they would need one person to make them stay as majority. Now, my papa was sharing your course and son papa no gitum say obe work with NPP now. A whole lot of that to be done. And na yamia duma ya bebedu ha. Enti, as some way by Cynthia. I say or independent and truly Afarley, I was surprised because you have been a minister before. You have been an MP, I think 2-time MP and all that. Parliamentary elections, obiabe to me lose, obiabe to me winning. Yeah. And politics, if you are very, very well with them, even if you are not in parliament, but they can still use you.
Because it's a no Alan side when.
No, he was Canada Japan.
Canada Japan.
Serious.
And
okay.
Yes. Canada Japan.
Aguna West.
Yes. Canada Japan. It's what I wanted to refer
at the time, now they were trying to on a slide.
Yes, Canada Japan. It's
Canada Japan people. So that kind of tagging, that kind of
deceiving the spokesperson
you see
of the campaign.
So they suffered seriously. And it was politics. As politics, some of these machinations and mafiaism is in politics, which is not supposed to be so. And Mami, Chris, and she was peeved. She was peeved because
when you are on the ground, we need the form. Does it appear, or the support for her to cause an incursion in the election?
As far as Aguna terrain is concerned, okay. Because time could be NDC, nimpa be call independent, NDC loses it.
Okay.
And no, obi
split vote.
And it's likely that Cynthia Morrison and Chris will split MPP votes.
Okay.
And it may give opportunity to the NDC to go through.
Now let me go to the line.
Okay, good.
I have a legal luminary on the line. For now, we call him an in-house legal advisor and educator for us on WTV, lawyer 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗲 Esquire. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Opinion pom te saying. Emmanuel Obenyade for Obia Ejina Yedie. Lawyer, yeah, amen. You will do also so nyamiadom. Now we were discussing. Was it yesterday or last 2 days? And someone border yadwene on what proceedings in Parliament was going to be. You had insisted on precedent. We say Lord, and the precedent in a year, and nobody can change the law, especially with what the article was saying. In fact, you had quoted the subsections A, B, C to substantiate the fact to say, indeed, precedents cannot be eluded. Me Pacho, you have vindicated. Oh.
Well, thank you.
I think he was waiting for the question.
Me Pacho, we are listening to you, sir. I am saying, sir, you are vindicated. How will you affirm this vindication?
Well, thank you very, very much, and good morning to all our listeners and to those of you in the studio. The issue is that the law must always speak. We are in a country where we are governed by laws. We are not governed by men. And we are not governed by any other thing, but by the rule of law. So if the law is explicit, we go by it. Yeah. It is only when the law is not explicit, where the law is not clear, then we go for interpretation. That is, if the Constitution is not clear, then we go for interpretation at the Supreme Court. Yeah. But where the law is very simple, the Constitution quotes it nicely, then we don't need any interpretation. But even if you take it to Supreme Court, they will tell you that but this one is a specific weapon. And so that is how we all look at it. Now, having said that, I think for us lawyers, we have a statement that we make, approbate and reprobate. Yes. You see, on one hand, you can't use your right hand to benefit from something and then use your left hand to reject the same thing. We don't do that. Mm-hmm. This and that's a principle for precedence. Precedence simply makes it that if the first one has been accepted with all its logic, then it means that the second one must be accepted with all its logic. And that's how it is.
Yeah.
And so we come from that angle.
All right. I mean, fair enough. So it is rather the law that has been used by the Right Honorable to make this declaration. Now, another very important historical antecedent in it say, upon the version of precedents, there is a new history being rewritten, and that is the fact that for the first time in the history of Ghana, a minority has transposed into becoming a majority, and for that matter, also in opposition. Bepacho, Munamusian law. How will the law come to play in terms of how Parliament is going to do Ninyuma in the times to come?
Right, thank you very much. And one moment I see is that we have Parliament and we have government.
Okay.
The leader of government business still remains with the group that is with the government.
Yes. Okay.
And that is the leader of the group that is in Parliament on behalf of the government.
Okay.
The leadership there is the leader of government business. But when it comes to Parliament, the leader of Parliament will be the new majority leader. Very important education.
Very important education. But you say, see, honey, be a church, see, be my.
The American say, we have a government. You see, we always have three arms of government. We have the legislature, we have the judiciary, and then we have the executive. Now, the system that we are operating, we find out that those who are on the side of government are on one hand in government in Parliament, and then those who are opposing are also on one side of Parliament. Now, government must relate to Parliament. Government, or that is, the executive must relate to Parliament by way of bringing their bills to Parliament. And it takes the leader of government business to be playing the liaison between Parliament and the executive or the government. And so he remains as the leader of Parliament, leader of the
government business.
Government business. So if government wants to bring in a bill, they will make sure that the bill is brought in. But when we come to Parliament proper, then the leadership there is the one in the majority. Sure. They will have certain things to do. For example, certain committees are to be led by the majority in Parliament. And certain committees must be led by the minority in Parliament. So now that positions have changed, those places will also have to change.
Okay.
Simply put, committees that are now led or chaired by the majority will remain committees that are chaired by majority. So now who is the majority? The majority is the new group. And so they have to get a chairman for that particular group committee. So that's right.
Okay, I mean, fantastic. So it therefore means that the entire architecture of Parliament changes completely.
Sure.
And in just 2 months to go for elections, how is Parliament going to be able to do all these shifting cultivations, do them effectively, and still be able to still enact laws for us? We are confused.
Right. I don't think there's confusion here at all. Also.
Okay.
The first thing is that we have a sad story of a whole constituency that had been without a member of Parliament. That is a SAR. Central Copy. Yeah, those people. Yeah. For one solid term, there has not been any representation in Parliament for them. But even that is for 4 years. Those people who have been asked to go home from Parliament at this time, they are only going home for just 2 months. I mean, the place will be vacant for just 2 months.
Yeah.
And the constitution is very clear that if vacancy occurs within a few months of the end of their term, I need to check the number.
Yeah, there will be no by-election.
Pardon?
There will be no by-election.
there will not be any by-election. So no by-election per se. Because after all, SAR for 4 years, there's nobody representing them. So for just 2 months, if these people two are not represented, it doesn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Okay.
Now that is number one. Then the other point is that, and so it is not going to affect anything, no by-election. The other point too is that we have to appreciate that the parliament continues its work. We still have the minority and the majority, and things must run as they should. My understanding now is that the now minority says they won't attend parliament until the Supreme Court has pronounced on their what they are filing in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Well, they are representing government. They may choose to stay out, and then the government will suffer. I'm saying this because bills must come from government. And therefore, if they will not go and bring the bills for parliament to debate and then conclude on it, it's their own palaver. It goes against their own government. There are certain laws that they must bring so that parliament debates and approve or disapprove of it. So many things, including the budget for the first 3 months of 2025. That budget is brought forward, and that is the money that must be used from January to March before the new government settles and then brings its own budget. That must be approved now. And it is the leader of government business that should bring it.
Yeah.
And so if they say they are going to sleep at Supreme Court, let them go and sleep there. These things will be lacking. We can't do run the nation like that. The nation does not belong to anybody. It's for all of us. And we must all make sure that we are looking for the best of the country. This one, I think they are taking it wrongly. They are being too political on this. Okay. And they better sit up and do the right thing.
All right. I think we'll pause here for now. If there are further need for elucidation, we will come to you to that effect. Thank you so much.
Very much, thank you too.
All right, so dear friends, that was lawyer Ebenezer Hazel Esquire, who is also an engineer and worships with the Tema Diocese Ubenyade Circuit Emmanuel Society. Well, Mr. Taylor, so the bit of the Supreme Court now being verdict on what the MPP had also sent to court. It's a concern.
It's a concern. What they have sent to court is not asking the court to overturn the decision.
No.
They're asking for interpretation. Now, if you file the case now, 14 days, the people must respond. When they respond, you have about 7 days for you to prepare and then come up with your issue so that they can sit.
1 month is gone.
So it means we are going to a particular point. We have to be careful.
Yeah.
Now, per the new parliament, I hear new standing orders. Per the new standing orders, no, the leader of government business, apart from what Mr. A said, is the person who has been designated by the president. And so sometimes it can be that they may decide not to even let the majority leader be the leader of government business. The president can appoint that, this person in parliament should be the leader of government business. Now, in all these things, apart from, if you go to parliament, public accounts committee is headed by opposition. And then we have government assurance, also headed by opposition. The rest are headed by the majority. Now the whole architecture, as you said, is going to change. Such that where the majority was supposed to lead, now the minority is going to lead. The decision, as a legal person said, by Honorable Afenya Markins group to say, said, we will not attend upon parliament. I think they will have to relook at it. Okay. I was one person who was against the decision of NDC parliamentarian to say that any time that they call Atuforsen to court, we'll boycott parliament. No. The law must work. The person is standing trial. Let the person stand trial. Now the Supreme Court is going to determine this matter. Why don't you continue the process? And then when the time comes and they give a decision, then we go by it.
Are they being unfair to us those who voted for them?
Yes, I think they're not being fair. If you look at Papa Albambaben, the statement to make here, I listened to him very well. Or say, they cannot represent people that they don't owe allegiance to. And Kwafubi MPP from the Tuabama was about parliament. Yes. They was independent.
Now we see her.
You have betrayed the allegiance and the loyalty of the people who voted you. And another line, where we can put it is that people are saying that in the Michael Quay ruling, there was a letter from NPP saying, say, Amakun has violated our constitution, so he doesn't need to be in parliament. So in this case, Babin should have waited for a letter. Okay, it's a precedence. Question is, those independent towards independent Amakono, why not your letter? For the sake of ACA, NDC could have written. In the case of Mamle and then Suhumudiano, NPP can write. In the case of the independent candidate, why never your letter come and speak and say we violate it? And so we need to look at it very well. And then this will also help us to streamline some of our things that we are going about as far as our parliamentary work is concerned. Now we are seeing so many things in parliament. That shows that Ghana and parliamentarians cannot continue to do business as partisan as they have been doing. Yeah. So you are more money and collaboration Master, because if you look at the terrain now, it can go MPP way, it can go NDC way. Assuming we get the same hang parliament, is that how we are going to work about it? So I want to appeal to members of parliament, both MPP and NDC, say they should look at the interest of Ghana. Now, positions, MPP and NDC, now the ruling has been made. And in law, when such rulings are made, until it is contested in court and the court says otherwise, that is the ruling.
Okay. So currently, if they boycott parliamentary proceedings, what would happen to the LI 2462?
You see, the parliament as it stands, NDC for 130.
You have called off the strike because government has decided, said these are some of the things or the measures is going to put in place. They say I'm more boycotting proceedings. Yeah. Would the rest of the organized labor decide to go on strike again? What will happen to the whole country 2 months down to election?
Well, those are the implications. But my point is that says NDC 135, is it 136 or 135?
136. They have just one person out. So
136. Yeah. They qualify to do business because they are more than 1/3. So they can decide to be doing business. And what business can they do? They can do business that are currently in the house because nobody is bringing a new bill. Per the way Afarley said, it means that woman for new bill be emba. And Tikakrana wahon and omba yomojuma. They say so. We have 2 Supreme Court appointees. It is in the fridge.
Yes.
As a parliament,
affirm them.
You see, as we speak, already the NDC minority were raising issues. Are they going to approve the people? Secondly, one very critical point, there should be a budget, which you somewhere around November.
Yes, that's what
lawyer said. So in November, that budget must come. Is the budget coming? So that time the Supreme Court and Kasaya, are we going to have the budget coming? And who is going to present the budget? So how is it going to be?
Interesting times
ahead. Then it will come to appropriation.
Interesting times ahead.
You see, it will come to appropriation. Last time NDC was insistent and said there was something in the budget they didn't want and that they were not going to cooperate. It took NPP a hell of time before they could pull in the budget. Now that they seem to be in majority. If they don't work towards collaboration, would the budget be approved? If the budget is not approved, what is the implication for this country? Okay. We need to be very, very, very careful.
In fact, interesting times ahead. These are the things happening to our parliament. But assume when 2 elephants are fighting, is only the grass that suffers. Mr. Taylor, where fuel prices have increased. I don't know, say, you tag at 70, but fuel prices, and then me koto ye me hair pump no na anka omo 500 etimi ko but say dey entima anko half
because someone petrol, for example, we were doing something around 12 cedis, 60, some 12.25, some 12.55 and all that. As for Goyal and more than I was so and we share diesel, it was also running a little, some around 13 and 14 and all that. Say no, even petrol is around 14.5, 14.7. In fact, but fuel increase no.
Goyal on 14 cedis, 49 pesos.
Okay, for the petrol.
And diesel only 14 cedis, 90 pesos.
Normally, Kayana can difference kakra or petrol. But I said, I say, in fact, the economic hardship indications. I didn't kakra. I met him before. And I can say the gold for oil initiative nearby. Okay, make me out so that some of these things will go down. But I think there had been stability. For a while there, I think the 12 and but I say essential all because the dollar is still very weak. Currently, one Joy FM was quoting that it is now 16.61.
They will go to 17.
You see, so if the dollar is not strong, it will have impact on what we are doing. And we want to appeal to the Ministry of Finance and the Economic Management. No, dollar no. If the dollar stabilizes very well, all these things will come down.
Okay. Ashafo enti na minim sa no pe sorry wakwa ko bufu o kakra dia ba said American mikobu kakra na enye ize kura ntimi ankoda mfini Mr. Taylor so akobu anope ntimi ankoda baby and also so share your experience with us this morning. But Mr. Taylor yenko UTAG and again him said they were supposed to make some declaration, some verdict on whether or not they will continue their strike. The omo dia babe to dwa no mo nka say ye to aso de ba hwa to aso ano mo to aso nemum omo ka kira aban say eye womo a ya che womo galamsey say ye nu omo asam ne yen club. Maybe that will inform them to go back to the classroom. But as we speak, timetables are out, classrooms are allocated, but still UTAG members are home.
Yes, UTAG for position. Of course, they were one of the groups that were mature earlier, even before the organized labor. So, one more strike because of the galamsey. Normally, the intent of strike, if it's about condition of service, is supposed for you to get what you want. In terms of this particular strike, they are asking government to do one or two things. Yes, government has not done it, but I want to appeal to them. The students are suffering. Students as parents are suffering. My person appealing to UTAG. They have indicated and they have sounded their intentions clear to everybody. Now we have all seen that they were in a good fight against galamsey. Having let Ghanaians know and said they are actually in for us, now they should understand us. They should call off the strike and then work out with other stakeholders to make sure that those what they want is done. But they are continuous stay out of the classroom. Academic calendar and so already SETAG strike has had impact on the College of Education academic calendar. And it's a UTAG for so answer and I want to appeal to UTAG.
Already the administrators are already
asking for about four things currently. It said that so after reviewing the situation, we urge government to take further decisive action, including one, expanding the task force mandate to include forest reserves and farmlands. Would ensure a comprehensive approach to stopping the destruction, especially by illegal mining activities. 2, expediting parliamentary revocation of the LI 2462. And that is what we just talked about, to curb mining in forest reserves. Now, the third one is commencing immediate prosecution of individuals arrested for engaging in illegal mining activities, so the court proceedings. And the fourth one, it says engaging with UTAG to discuss proposals on how to fight illegal mining, while promoting responsible and sustainable mining for inclusive development.
Good. And so, Mr. Nakame, what I was looking for, that Parliament, one of the things on the table should have been the revocation of the LI 2462 or something. But that is not on the table now. And yes, the government has directed the minister not to enforce, and that's a good thing. But Parliament should be on the table. So they are going to revoke that particular LI. Again, so we share a court now. The Attorney General has also indicated, I think about 8 or 10 courts have been special to fast track the issues that galamsey. We want the government to give us concrete assurance and also make sure that galamsey NDC, NPP, we should all work towards bringing this particular thing down so that all of us can have some kind of relief. But of course, your points have been made. You have done your point very clear. We want to appeal to you that students also need you. You have fought a good cause. Let us now work with the stakeholders and the government to make sure that things are going to be resolved. Okay.
Yo, na ashafo asamba kwa na ababe tojo ebe say Mr. Taylor ebe can be amaye eni nkwala bone samo a sese amane homene so. I mean, Mr. Taylor, page now better say yokumu bia. Nem penifo ni better say. But in the recent time, children, young people are in the business of killing. Now, this particular child who was killed was only 8 years old. Now, no any near Bema 20 years. If you do, no wakwakotam or the second autonomy shake. Well, we are not sure say a ritual, but we see we pa kwane she or mantemo area ni nyina yenim no. Mr. Taylor, this is bad news.
So it's very bad news, and ya maybe busha phone yako and send ya wokan ya ebini kaswo so de ya ekosi nkola nketenkete. Say no nka sa this kind of crime no nka yempanyimfo bi a sabi o ma dwumbom na de no ko yesa ne o me. But say nkola 20
say nkola na odwini bom chempanyimfo no.
And sometimes we need to look at as we do, what can we do? To see the church will have to intensify its education in the Sunday schools and its pulpits and all that.
Now we have Sunday school pony intensify. They won't come.
No, and say, but yeah, cancer public evangelism. Yes, it may intensify.
Yes.
Ghana. I don't know which. There's a site that does that. It's Ghana Bible site or something.
Oh no, Methodist for Christ is your evangelism bus. Evangelism bus.
Teacher for you. Would you make
okay.
You would make a because I'm spend time to be at school. And some of the children, they believe their teachers even more than anybody in this world. And to teachers, I also want to appeal to ourselves. Say, more classroom no. Yeah, child, yeah, first have morals and your from yes, we have RME, a subject, but even when we are teaching mathematics, when we are teaching technical skills, whatever, we can still come in with some of these things. I'm a colonel moral uprightness, and also to me about. And teacher for say more than you for me dear. Yeah, general society, so media. The media is another very good weapon. You bet me use. You man who the dangers of being recalcitrant. You know the dangers of say one you want more brave and you man because. But you see, the challenge you have is that nimpa no sakawa sika more than sabi the lecturer. And to catch and say onja is asaka one onja impamkum na. So I'm sure onja into us here because obenya sika no way. Onja galam say or yena utumi to cars na de na sabi ne penny pro to minto na. That's what we say onja ya obeye. We want to we need to actually strategize how we can take the chin out of this one. I want to appeal to our courts and all that. And maybe by saying so we must enye fast kakra. Because when people do some of these heinous crimes, that's a court to me a pronounce judgment. Now I am very deterring enough. And confirm who say me di bonia assemble to me. Enti mesre say your more than entity and kwala no yen hwe wo motete ni. Na kwala na mo abana so I want to speak to our children. I want to speak to our children. You see, it is good to have good morals and be upright. Obia hu a ohun sa akwala we abrante we me boa na be ye. But since I am going to form mutia no, papa. About time, mama so. Where they go, the kind of friends they move with, the kind of food they eat, where they go and sit, the kind of books they read, the kind of videos that they watch on their phones and the sites that they go to watch these things. About time, yes, you're busy. As a copy scabefi, I am papa and so. Say I'm sure you no ebe we wo ube skani na enso na nkwala na say what do we do
you nti anhwe ni yi ankwala no beko we wo the futu na former chairman of Unibada Houses for the to yenime na
all right, let's say for Anapa we me kasa for the fact that 4 parliamentary seats has been declared vacant by the Speaker of Parliament. Nti ya say NDC 4 baako nimba ko na face MPP for me and Asisia almost sitting here declare vacant and say running as independent candidate until they no longer belong here nor there until more mujina or more nine. So I think so 4 prices has gone up a call from 14 cedis 90 pesos and I think so 14 cedis 49 pesos respectively. I diesel and a petrol. It varies from one pump to the other, and that's a one fuel station to the other. UTAG has called for the immediate prosecution of individuals arrested for illegal mining into court. As in your court processes a bema prosecution na cost intentum so be I bet you money to me assure me a 20-year-old has killed his younger brother 8-year-old in Edzika nti we ene arehosema PMO ewo Edzika Kumasi. The phone line say be also bet me a friend na odi wadwin chia beka ho e dey my 025-625-3461 after 053-835-0625 me pa cho offer my TV volume no embra form and family.
All right, so the phone lines are open right now and komodidie no ashase and to call us and let's hear your voice now for all over the world. You know that you can access us through the numbers on your screen right now. Mr. Taylor, na teacher for ni GS say pa yenya moden ni cause say calendar for amode aba to in media meka in a week's time our children are supposed to go to school when results are not in and when placement is not in. What do we do?
Papa, but that's it. Just about last 2-3 days now, the calendar about out 30th. As a new student at school.
Auntie Philo, good morning. Yes, Mama.
That's what I'm doing. I'm a birthday question.
Auntie Philo, me the coffee.
Okay. That's an late, you know. Now, make sure, the sofa penny, Papa could just have somewhat.
Okay.
Mama, Mama. Reverend and the account. I would in 100 years in Amtrakina, and I saw you no more say 100 years. The chair will be a waiting with the eye. And Papa, then the rest you. Now, wouldn't be.
I didn't know that you.
A blank, or can't say, or the church, Yamana de Galamse. The mass have a good damage to all the church in 20 Muslim. No one some of it.
Or be patcho. I did say no, or every video for our patcho.
It's a mother channel.
There be your catch a Ghana police service. Don't take it up from there.
And tell them what's a mobile. And it wasn't on Kolanizim Kolamponism. 20 years ago, no other patch of the what she read, and a man with the area and no communion. It's not for where's up for the part of September movie, young could be not a twinkle. Now the man of Africa and the end of that. As you pick a knee or back at a minority of the one when you're or back at that is here. What you cheap, and so what are your brilliant? You thought be sending chin no kind of broken. What will be sending chin no kind of broken? I'm not so for no back at time. What you cheap, so the not so much boom, 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 broken. Then I answer for the other when you were here. You. Then I will be the word, and I can't change it to no account of but then don't want to wear every
Auntie Philo, that's it.
All right, good morning, Godwin.
Good morning, bro.
Morning. Boko dear.
Busy Aboko, Yamoko, and Shamo, and Yama William. Said that Yamaka, Yanisha, Bruno, is in answer. Yamaka.
Yes.
You see, you're vampire. You are very fine. So for, but I'm professor. So, all say, political party, who say, the tea will see to Kakra, the tea will see to Kakra, only a more model of Papa. But the children who are cut Galabia attempts among every vow. The cat Galamse might be cost strike, it be Contopa, it be by a year will be fit back up with the court of Contopa. They say, and Quara or Muko school in Ubusovia, said Juma Ben Abe Dacia, or some politician. Ubusovia, so Ben Juma Ben Dacia, or so a politician, because that is the easiest way to get rich in the system. If you talk for me, I never could be to my boy Ghana, a power sharing. Because you share power, I think that the best these balances will hear you. Oh, because and I'm sure it's a bit more for my way. And you see every yes, and one, but you share power sharing. If you get power sharing, I think on my bit may get there a two because you say, and this about their majority, and then you are part of the bit my okay. Text and balance is better there. I never saw baby. Now, talk about some Busa this. It's a better banner.
You're better about
Ukraine was some talk on in you. Ukraine was some talk on in Yaye. Because, sir, I'm paying Kate or my money because of Ukraine, Russia for talk on. It means who say the Ukraine Russia for talk on a Jaya Magana with this month as well to Abadia. You may say the men trouble because Ukraine Russia for talk on a young Yaye. Aha, it's Jaya, number who you need to marry. Aye. Yamika, Brodino, Mabini, and San.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Interesting. Fireman, good morning.
Good morning, Pachobi Biabokodia.
Yamiadom.
Anapa with ye, Sofo, Mira, Hello.
Hello, fireman, you're talking, Kampa.
Yeah, Sofo Mirahu, I didn't think I make Mirahu. A branch of fair, in future. Obeba Bayer, presiding bishop, or take a holiday. Nimia Dadano, Edna Bush. It's a cool just like that, which is very bad. Mijina Akwenya Wesu. Them Bebu say, Mamu must see any brain do with him kind. Number 1 year, you see now, it's any blue. Who go young guy of a sort like him. Also on the baby more. Now I caught Malam Missionaire catching some family and they sacrifice. No, we almost difficult, bro. Can you know when can we? Messer Bebu, someone from Wasi. They never go on to moi, over some women.
Oh, so farmer line. Okay. All right.
Hello, Eric. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Eric,
good morning.
Good morning.
Yami Adomo, also.
Yes, I said, there was a lady, my pa, Moye. The shaman private Monto officer.
Okay.
Meso me said of it to Kakan, the can was a money and Colabon, Assassin at the airport.
Okay.
20-year-old boy, I could see. Now, say, yes, all the student to Yaka ammonia gel, every package, how could you put one particular lady? So, Sanya, we say, no, yeah, 3 years ago, if you bra, young man walking before cancer, type right, my young Baba will see. Say, oh, mammy, quite young bar. Akola ti no report ni police station ni amanyema no ẹkún sonsanfo ni ewu ya bunyafo se me na ma wo me ba ana me Ghana ni ana me de Ghana ntia ni amamre e de ko me ba na ye me mo mpani kwa fa ma no ni sem sa akola no right without responsibility eno ni de yewu agofo ye tabi asempaka fo tabi. And none more your map over there, but they didn't have a sense for that. She will say, time right, and then a collapse will see. Now I had the angel, that's the Nitiana. Or to make nothing, or to make a woman, no mammy Bob or Eben, and you cool. As also sounds one year with you. Etiania, I'm my mom penny one, I'm not on a animal with air coffee. I can never afford for the I can tell on the
okay.
Now, me say what you go say. He's intervene. Oti empire, but yes, I that. I know you go so you go there. Madam Wasi.
You answer yeah, that's it. Now, in prior to the no kind, the police is on the manhunt for the people who did that. Yeah.
Sure. All right. So to Kumasi we go. At that form, crack. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Yo, at that form, yo, Kumasi.
Okay, you.
Yo, I can't make any say. So okay. The air cost was done a year. The chest we are at the Formunia, or resort to my own, she actually did of the medical school. So now, in Yami say, so called free educational matter. The beer in the bowl, yeah, be more second creative the apostle, what you are there. It is a big cut, I want to be canopy, but Mammy can you tax for the Janica. I would say, the partner idea of a good president, I found I'm saying, or the airport for maybe or matter. So, Osha, what's your body, to be body, but not your man who be partner kind of water, no. Yeah, shake the airport for Ghana. Your brother, a son at the same time, a chim wanted to another, get it to be sure. So, Osha, Galam said, whatever I can, you will a whole chairman of a tattoo region. Ah, or to be what back. Our website TV so check or scan. So, shut your my year, I can't water me. So, oh, shit, a baby and chema. Oh, reserve forest, move reserve forest. That was self forest, check at the level. Yes, I say. Yeah, chairman no organ up to date, obvious to be by the sun can't chairman. Now, chairman, you want to go for that. What ever to be that for? So, okay.
All right, inti ye better say ya na say empese be bodi ho aha na ye wo no ye nyama nyosomu ye kan say nti nka wasemi e da fom ka betimi aka ne kama wo modin ukobodin a na akwa akwa ese sebe ye gine ba afa ba bi ebi so say ye gine afa ye empese ye be yesa ye kan sem no na ya hihye ne fefefe Ghana nti te mesre ya na mamu ya hwe ne sama yesrewa.
Fireman, good morning, baby.
Morning. It is said America say because Akola, that's the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church. Mimia at that time, at the Nako Bush, it could just like that. Sanyama wait and also ever my mumma. And then America say, in Mexican bread, up by ye in Memunoso. Amma, the baby more, who don't lay a ritual, they can come the ethnic and grow. Now you also know that the other said. Soon be the best anymore. In all the years, I don't soon let me say, I just can break money. Mestre, I will for what so I miss what I would do about the Sunday school. Because I am so ever say, Uba and the first kind so the Kumobi, which is very bad. But in there, what's what I need, Jankola, I will fear, now you're penny for no more, sorry, demo, now you're Jankola, which is very bad. And I'm a Sanko on my peninsula, for this way I have to know, Mr. Antitiso, because we are in the election year. They do election year, yet Pinyamaso, but I say election year, I say Sifano, and I yet Punyamamukra, Miss Level, yet we are one another, and I ask to Petromu, yet some penny, anti Petrolusumai, winning a me Juma.
A fireman, Edasi.
All right, thank you so much. Philip, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's you.
Philip, because every offensive.
Okay.
Offensive.
All right.
Yo, and I paid it. Yadamasepe, a Juma moye. Na kakra mekafa kolaboni semno we say. On says media no more OPM for those richest people. Maba TV so omo yesakawa fiskabla beji say. Ono so kan bi na masa kolaboni semni nyina ede eba. Say it me yi sankofo nyina free all the media sa. Ebede na akola no obehu se saade ye de nipa kwa ye benye sika. Ana se timiku obi a benye sika. Nka no no na ke ko bush. Asen wa ko hu malam ana se wa ko hu konfo. Ba sisi o nyina wo TV so. Nti ye vesre se media no so no mon clear sankofo no. Ewom se sika na mo gidie. But mon clear sankofo no free media platform no so. Send a bear YouTube no so no ometi asema ebeboaye no metimi live well awo man.
All right.
And ani biem galamsey asem no sisia no ya che boys no anye boys na ye galamsey o mpanyimfo na ye galamsey anye panyini na ma ne kwan so nko a ankonko nti omunja boys no no munhwe mpanyimfo na ama sa akwan no no munchi sampanyimfo no munchi sampanyimfo na adwuma ba oman ni mu a youth ni nyina be flee o ho program say all right akwapo ye adwuma se na be ya drug abuse any ndondo no mo fefa no asubetwa sisia now
yeah na
okay Adam Johnson, good morning.
Good morning, Anita. Yo, that's it. Me, the mapa mo di boa o man no. Na me so ma bi nkyere kakra ne se enkofo aya wo si se edem a wo daga nkofo se fa we bra na me yesi ama fa we bra na yesi ama no. Asam ko farba nyina kina wo mo so. And now the no be mo se me malam no ote ho wo de 1 cedi ba me ma 2 cedi wo de 3 cedi ba me ma 4 cedi. Any problem then so said the opportunity I'm not appearing in Eska. If you are going to go for the way, but many say I'm not of Amra. If there was some rallies, a man is some ra, a bit sound of one. I go for the system more. The Akolani is because when you show of father in a car, who don't think it be a film. To make sure, or man telling 4 men super. Now, one man so me up on 4, man, I'm 4, and then more that down for 4, and you will see a Samu Mutiboni Kusono. The Sanko falling in a free or mine one. Bonena Ecosono, a Tobica. It has some offered by United Madam Fuane or Fono, which should be prepared. Dad and Corfona, assembling United in a woman so. Not as a man pen in Foyan, she say, whom is uncle fooling in a 350 no more, assembling United and Eba. This one against
you. Adam Johnson, yeah, that's it.
Inti Adam ne bi twa to amay.
There be Francis.
Okay, all right. Francis, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Yetio.
Right.
Yeah, this you.
You. I'm not paying here, Papa Taylor.
All right.
Any needed for. Kwalaboni sama koso Ghana ni ebibrim. Media me fit our forward responsibility and the negligence on the part of most parents not super and I will say kwala obi ujari wofi na wakwada na damfu demu ye susan ekrasi yeda ye ma me ne papa nchen one room sa ko si se yenya ye GHS even though and also let's say you over there now so and then akola no tese obe kona na mugu one room nti ne ekoso ya ne ma me oni Sanya manyama wini na ya propagate ya na ama nkwala bone sem adoption abi so sa be guru sine na wo ye school so a ubenye adwuma ya na occupy ono na eno so abayi issue na afisa afekubo no ekoso na ama eniama sei na ekoso nti e be stress awofo sorry no bad time bia nhwese na ne be kone maho.
All right.
Nah, yes, sir. Adam Penny want to say, Confa, and she say, if Papa go Quamuna, a Jumambra no to me, and you're occupied with business. Nah, one for one position, Yama, it is
yo.
Eradi was right.
Eradi so sure. Mr. Taylor, na ye calendar, now would you via my.
Yes, you know, say no, the education calendar, we are still trying to adjust it to the previous one starting from September. Now we the following August. Say calendar out a very difficult day, but for the past 2-3 years, and that has been the system. By 1 week, resulting by our years system. School. Now, fortunately for us, they have given us a 30th.
What makes it fortunate? Fortunately.
Yes, because first nanka who date crown beko.
No, but said we nka 2 months ago nanka mo dia beto. Nanka ya adwene mu yenim say results of my there by year preparation. But we there in barely 2 weeks. You are saying say we should go.
How kakra. Papa our phone say be our phone na say be wo putuprum sika da wa. Wo ka say mo mka na yeko. Obi o ha, yes, it's free SHS, it's true. Yet in your mind say to talk to na there no kakra wo. It says, "Obi at me born ho kakra." And say, "Yeah, I will also add my voice to G. Say, Bibiza no emrantem kakra. Now for into say ye ho. Na ye me nkwala no ntumi nko na ho tomra." I was happy to parents. So far as o ma share it in the ebeba so ken. Enti ofu bia ho emomo den sese no ho na ye fa nkwala no nko. Na ye nkwache ombetumi esua de na de bi o ma aboboa o my Ghana. If we are going say gusure ye calendar ni ye dia our GES, they should look at the impact of that long calendar on the teachers. Now, no the teacher for your bread.
All right. You better Mr. Nicholas Taylor say. All routes leads to on Saturday Palladium, Wesley Cathedral. Yeah, ko na bishop wa yedena mayen say Accra bishop. You ko jina wa too. Ama ninu penny osofo pon the presiding bishop of Methodist Church at the Ensa Eguni. So kama ama wajina tumukrasa the bishop of Accra. So the following day we are going straight to Winneba kwane nye so still yeah now so again the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana, the most reverend professor Johnson Kwabena Asamoah Jedu, still occupant of the 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘 professorial chair or the Ensa Eguni. So say pam edi eye winiba so bishop so atena akonya so ma bibia ye krabehwe. Now these two activities are coming off. Will encourage all Methodists, all and sundry, all Ghanaians to be part of these celebrations. It is still the people call Methodists. Ye mani nye colorful beam na yen sanji ye di na ya chere ye din wasa says you heaven so ya chere ye din so ye better must say ye ko na ya kwa kutwa ye ho aba ye ba ye kwa pomodin so straight away. Thank you so much.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghllghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghllghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
It's time to celebrate the commencement of another high office. It's the induction service of the Bishop of Accra Diocese, the Right Reverend Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘, slated for Saturday, 19th October 2024 at the Wesley Cathedral, Accra at exactly 8 a.m. In the same vein, the induction service of the Bishop of Winneba Diocese, the Right Reverend John Prince Saki, is also slated for Sunday, 20th October 2024 at the Ebenezer Cathedral, Winneba at 8 a.m. All induction services will be broadcast live on WTV and all our social media platforms at the Methodist Church Ghana. This advert is powered by the Communication and Publications Directorate.
Praise God, praise God. Christ in tea, you respond, yeah, 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘. I'm excited to announce to you, friends in the Lord, are you seeking for a platform where you can pray? Ope baby abeso bompai. Na oni nyami edi inkita hon. Bibi chire so. Ana amanye bi na be senku. And you come home. Let's go into the prayer room on WTV every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. to meet seasoned ministers of God that God has raised to impact your life. Remember, John Wesley said, I have too much to do, therefore I spend several hours in prayer in able to do it. That is why we are calling upon you. Meet myself, Reverend 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘, and the Evangelism Missionary Renewal Directorate as we lead you into the prayer room where we encounter Christ. And I believe your life will never be the same. Call your friends or loved ones every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. where we will encounter Christ. God bless you. See you on our screens on WTV every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. God bless you.
That each and every one of us.
Dear friends, welcome back to this station again. We are still on your favorite Christian morning show, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 𝗟𝗏𝗘. This segment now is apomodin. Yegusu eshe moja huasem and black donation. Let's go to the professionals and listen to what they are saying.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to today's health segment. My name is Dr. 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗘. I'm a medical officer at the National Blood Service, Ghana. Today, we are going to talk about blood donation, and we'll be hitting strongly on the benefits of blood donation to your health. What is blood donation? Now, when we spoke about blood, we mentioned that blood is produced by the body. Unfortunately, there are no synthetic substitutes. Into me, lab, so people have to donate blood, which is stored and given to others who need blood. Blood donation is very helpful for people, and some people may die if they don't get blood. So everyone is encouraged to donate blood if they are able to. You can contact the National Blood Service or any hospital to donate blood. But how is donating blood beneficial to you as a person? Firstly, when you go to donate blood, there's a health screening that is done for you. They will check your blood level, or the HB, which we spoke about. They will also check your blood pressure. They will check your pulse, your weight, and there's a health questionnaire which you fill. All of these things will assess to make sure you are healthy before you are allowed to donate. Because of this, donating blood regularly becomes a good tool to continuously make sure that you are in good health. In this hotel donating moja, esansa nyoma yebehwe inti. Ibe say dano na wapumudin. Esansa wota eye checks. Problem bi owa ibe hu ntem na yetumi aboa. And chino, donating blood regularly also helps your heart. Omo donating moja no, yihu say omunta anya akumayare. We researcher yaye. Yihu say donating blood reduces your risk of heart disease. It's answer akumane pompi mojano. Once you are donating blood, it helps the heart to stay healthy, and blood donation protects your heart. It also protects your liver. It's not common in Ghana, but sometimes people can have too much iron in their blood, and that can affect the liver. Donating blood frequently helps reduce that iron if you have a high iron content of your blood, and it protects your liver. Number 4, because blood donation helps others, research has shown that those who donate blood out of the need to help others, which is called altruism, helps their own mental health and makes them more stable. So donating blood helps your own mental health and makes you more stable mentally. These are a few benefits of blood donation that we want to share with you. So we encourage everyone to go out of your way, make some inquiries, and come and donate blood to help everybody who may need blood. People need blood because of an accident which causes them to bleed profusely. Some people with sickle cell, sometimes children who have infections, have their blood level going so low and they need transfusion. Etaba se emaso kowa omuja kofom na blood donation eboa san krofo we nina. And also very importantly, yaka senia wa wi moja no ebeboa wonso. So join us to help save lives, and join us so that your own life will be saved. Thank you for joining us for today's health segment. See you. Bye-bye.
All right, so that was some education on blood donation from Dr. Steve. Well, it is a segment that is sponsored by the 𝗟𝗡𝗄 Institute located in Kumasi. Ope apobundin ayarusabra ehwe adwenemu ehwe addictions ne eho entutuye nyina dia. You want to turn your attention to 𝗟𝗡𝗄. Coach Kumasi anomwe. Thank you so much. 𝗟𝗡𝗄, thank you.
𝗟𝗡𝗄 Institute. Ayaresabia hotonia sumdua shehoma. Edia ino wakwanchre. Wakwanchre ni adekodia poten no a epia ma otokoso wa abrabomu. Nanso sensanom ni nubone fa basa betwa wa akwan mu a eyi wa adwini firi obotaye no so. Wo 𝗟𝗡𝗄 Institute no yebetumi aboa wo ni wabusuafo a muhia mo anyina ma wogye ayemodea. Ye ya resabia sebi. Ye beboa wana wato nsani nubone fantin time. Aya resabia able to yene say. Ebeboa ejuma mu nimdifoɔ asuafoɔ ni nipa ahodoɔ nyinaa ama watu anamama edikan a ede fa ahodie bebrɛ wɔn mpanimfoɔ a yɛne wɔn di dwuma no bi ne wɔn a wɔhwɛ adwene mu yareɛ afutufoɔ ne adokotafoɔ ne anersefoɔ a wɔde wɔn ho afiri nsanom ne nubɔne fansɛm yɛatete saa nimdifoɔ yi na wɔn nimdeɛ ne nneɛma pa a ɛboa yarefoɔ no na deɛ atwa mu nso ne sɛ ayaresan hyehyɛ ni gina abɛɛfo nhyehyɛmu ne USA nhyehyɛ a wɔde di dwuma no pip test ayarehwɛ ne fie die nyinaa yɛ pɛ yaresan hyehyɛ no gu ahodoɔ na ebi ne medical monitored detox program residential rehabilitation yɛsan tumi fa yɛn nananom akwa ahodoɔ so sayareɛ na ebi nso ne group therapy 12-step AAA programs recreational therapy ne nea ekeka ho Oyarefo ne da akyehye ase bra ode ne nan besi biaye ho no a. Piptest Institute ya abelfo ayaresabia ehwe won a wado suko won sane nubone famu. Na ani wiase afa na nhyehyeye nyina nso yepe. Adampa hodo a ye wonu bi ne VIP rooms, professional rooms, standard rooms, and air conditioned rooms. Laundry services ye free. Ahobambon nsem nso wo sro kama. Yesan obia ya osua de na eba no aduane sem de a uni ha okra ye na chukwan wo Kumasi kochi e wa Asante Mantem Ghana sa wo pentremu bia nso a mepa acho frayan wo 0245 849185 ana 0322 496188 USA Fonson frayan wo 404 735 7697 Abe Fontaine Tansu Behuni Yenwo www.marthaedu.org Piptest Institute, the Extension Center for Integrative Therapy, home away from home.
Thank God it's Friday. Thank you so much for joining us on Insurance Minute. It's proudly brought to you by Danwell Insurance Company. In all 16 regions across the country, you'd find Danwell. If you come down to the south, precisely Accra, you locate them in Osu behind the Presbyterian Church. And please, if you get in touch with Danwell Insurance Company, please do want to ask the agent about their different insurance policies. Let them walk you through the different insurance policies. Ask them questions if need be. Get yourself familiarized with the insurance policies, and then please buy an insurance policy from Danwell Insurance Company. It could be the contractors or risk policy. It could be the marine insurance. It could be bonds, money insurances. You can also buy a personal accident policy or the home protection policy for yourself and your loved ones. And so get yourself covered. Today on Insurance Tidbit, it's Friday, and so there are lots of activities that will be going on for the weekend. If you're driving, please drive safely and look out for other road users. And make sure that you adhere to all traffic regulations, all the road signs and the road markings. Please do also adhere to it. And if in case you find yourself in an accident or in a crash, please do not accept that the issue is your fault, but please contact your insurer first before you make any pronouncement at all. Thank you so much for joining us on Insurance Minute. It was probably brought to you by Danwell Insurance Company. In Accra, you find them in Osu, or you can pick up your phone, and on all social media platforms, you would get in touch with Danwell. Up next is Agro. Do enjoy.
This is Quarcoo. He's a good guy, but cannot stay away from unnecessary attention and flex. Yes! He received this brand new car from a relative abroad to work with, but decides to wait for a while before registering it. So now, with this uninsured vehicle and a DV plate, he flexes in every corner of the city. Hey.
Oh, slow.
Don't be like Quarcoo. Insure your unregistered vehicle with the chassis number with Danwell Motor Policy and stay covered. You can also take other policies such as personal accident insurance, fire and flood, money insurance, contractors all risk, and others. Danwell Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.